Now we're going to get some practice on filling out a 1040 form by looking at what would go in certain boxes on that form. So our individual that we're helping out here has federal wages of $81,112, along with interest income of $1,462.12. And we are also told, by the way, that the status is married filing jointly. And we are told that no dependents other than spouse. These are all things that may come into play here. So on line 4 of the 1040 Easy form, which you can find in the lesson for reference, line 4 is the adjusted gross income, and the instructions right on the form say to add lines 1, 2, and 3. Well, line 1 is wages, which we know is $81,112. Line 2 is taxable interest, which we know is $1,462.12. Line 3 is unemployment compensation and Alaska Permanent Fund dividends, which evidently didn't happen for this person because we weren't told that it was. So the sum of these two levels of income are going to be the adjusted gross income that goes on line 4, and that amount is $82,574.12. Line 5 is what's called the standard exemption. And this, the instructions describe that if someone can claim you or your spouse as a dependent, you should check the boxes. And if not, it tells you what to enter. Well, this says there's no one other than the spouse that can claim this filer as a dependent. So it says if married filing jointly, in this box you should enter $20,300. So that's what this person would put in box 5. Box 6, subtract line 5 from line 4. Okay, well, let's see. We just found that line 5 is $20,300 and that line 4 is $82,574.12. So there's our answer, or at least how to find it. $82,574.12 minus $20,300. And that is the taxable income, and that works out to be $62,274.12. For part D, we're looking at line 10, and line 10 is the tax due. Well, there's two ways that could be computed. You could use a tax table if you had one, which we did not supply, or you can calculate the tax yourself like we did in the previous Did You Get It question in this lesson. And looking back at the tax bracket, which is, remember, back within the lesson, and looking at the married filing jointly column, recall that a person with this status will pay 10% of the first $18,150 in income. They will then pay 15% of the income over $18,150 as long as it's less than $73,800, which this taxable income is. So the amount that will be taxed at the 15% rate is the taxable income $62,274.12 minus the boundary of the earlier bracket, which was $18,150. Now we have some arithmetic to do. We do 0.1 times $18,150 plus 0.15 times its difference. And what we end up with is $8,433.62. That's the amount of tax this person would owe, and that's what they would write on line 10.